Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for open my video. Halo teman-teman, makasih banget sudah buka YouTube channel aku. Kali ini suamiku mau masak makanannya dia suka. Jadi dia sudah prepare semuanya untuk kalian, untuk berbagi resep dengan kalian, okay? Yes, you want to say something, my friend?
Yes, I'm going to cook. I'm going to make potato and ground beef bake. It's quite simple and straightforward. Most things are already prepared. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, cook some potatoes. These are simple potatoes. So they're going to be boiled, and then we will turn them into mashed potatoes. And that will be the base of our dish, mixed with minced beef. So I'll turn it on to cook the potatoes. And also going to have some vegetables in here, which will be spring onions, celery and cabbage. So we make it a little bit more healthy. So we will boil the cabbage first, so we can cook that with the onion before we mix it with the minced beef. And the minced beef we're going to cook in a separate pot now. So that's another one to turn on and get the minced beef cooking.
Pokoknya aku jadi asisten aja hari ini. Yeah, I will become your assistant, Dad.
Very good.
Okay.
So the minced beef will not take very long to cook. It's quite lean and should take about 10 minutes to cook. The potatoes will take probably about 20 minutes to cook, and the cabbage will take about between 5 and 10 minutes to cook in comparison.
Okay.
So when the top of the bake will eventually have tomatoes and some cheese melted on top.
Nice.
So my son, he likes his food, and it's convenient, it's easy to cook.
Oh, me too.
Okay, if you will come back in about 10 minutes when we have the minced beef and the potatoes cooked, and then I will show you how to assemble things and put them together to make the dish.
Seems my kitchen getting busy more. Wow, delicious. I like the cheese. Can you give me extra cheese later?
So I'm adding the onions, garlic to the mince. Give it some flavor. Those will cook together. This will eventually be mixed with the mashed potatoes. It's a very simple dish. It's very easy to make. So, come back in about 10 minutes when this is cooked and we're ready to put things together. Okay, so the 3 pots have now finished. The potatoes have boiled. Just need to drain out the water and to mash up the potatoes, which I'll show you how to do. And the cabbage, the water needs drained from it. And then we're going to add some onions to it to cook with the cabbage, to soften the onions. The minced beef is cooked. I've added salt and pepper to it and some gravy to thicken it. So the next job I'm going to do is to drain the potatoes and the cabbage, and then show you what I'm going to do with it. Now I'm going to prepare the cabbage. So I'm going to add some butter in order to cook the onion, which I'm going to add. So these 2 ingredients together, the cabbage and the onion, will form a layer in this bake. So that will take a few minutes for that to cook. I'm also going to make the mashed potato. So the potatoes are now dry, the water has been drained from them. And what I'm simply going to do is to add some butter, roughly that amount of butter, to the potatoes. And I'm going to add some milk. There's some milk which I'm going to pour in, not very much. And I'm going to add some pepper, just a little bit of black pepper. And I won't add any salt because there's quite a lot of salt in the minced beef.
You want to use this?
I'm going to mash up the potatoes.
You want this? It's easy for you.
Maybe, yes. It's so much power, you know. So that's the mashed potatoes made. You can see it's quite smooth and creamy. And I can already put some of this into the dish where I'm going to put the final product. So some of the mashed potato forms a layer at the bottom. So I just create a bottom layer like this, very simply. It's not need to be too smooth or level. So the mashed potato at the bottom. Just checking my onions and cabbage, make sure the onions are cooked so they're soft. Now the minced beef is put as a layer on top of the mashed potatoes, quite simply like that. Make sure we get all out of the pot. Just spread that around. Okay, and that's that. So we're just going to add cabbage and the onion as soon as the onion cooks. So some people will serve the cabbage separately and just have the potatoes and the minced beef, but for convenience sake I just put them all together in the bake and put the cheese on the top. Okay, the cabbage is cooked. See, the cabbage is sauteed nice and soft with the onions. I'm going to add this as another layer on top of the minced beef. That's it. Just spread it out. That's the healthiest part of this dish, is the cabbage and the onions. So then we take the rest of the mashed potato and form another layer on top.
Jadi teman-teman, tadi tuh suamiku udah masukin ke how many layers this one, Ian?
Three.
First,
potatoes, mashed potatoes.
Oke, pertama kentang yang sudah dihancurkan. Terus dia kasih minced beef yang sudah dia kasih bumbu, salt, pepper gitu ya. Terus ada onion juga yang dia tumis gitu. Nah setelah gayu baru dia taruh di atasnya kentang, minced beefnya. Habis itu dikasih curly cabbage ya, cabbage yang kol yang keriting. Itu rasanya kayak pepaya, daun pepaya. Nah, habis itu dia tutup lagi layer di atasnya itu dengan kentang. Jadi ini.
Then I'm going to sprinkle some Italian herbs on top, a little bit to give it some European flavor. So the sliced tomatoes are finally added to the surface to decorate the dish and to add some more nutrients to it. And when I finish putting the tomatoes, it will go into the oven and bake until the cheese has softened, melted.
Wow, looks good. Good. I think kalau aku yang makan, cheese-nya aku akan tambah. Oke, tadi kan kita udah lihat nih ada 4 layer di sini ya. Terakhir suamiku kasih keju. I don't know nih what kind of the keju. I think extra mature cheddar. Dan sprinkle Italian herbs is basil. Is that true, Ian? Basil, right? Ya, yeah, basil teman-teman. Terus apa lagi, Ian? What next? Tomato chops, ya? Yeah?
Sliced tomatoes.
Berapa lama in the oven? How long in the oven? 15
About
minutes?
10 to 15 minutes until the cheese is melted.
Melted and then little bit brown and soft. Dried the tomato, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's to put it in the oven. But
Now
be
the
careful.
bake is going to get baked in the oven. So we open the oven. It's already heated. We set it in, and we let it cook for about 10-15 minutes till the cheese is softened. So after 15 minutes at 200 degrees, our potato bake should now be ready to serve. So I take it out of the hot oven, make sure I turn it off, take it out carefully. Okay, we'll set it on top, let you have a look at it. There's the potato mince vegetable cheese bake, cooked, looking delicious, ready to eat. Serve it. Simply take a spoon, put it on the plate. That's one portion of delicious cooked.
Oh, I missed something
potato bake
in my kitchen. Wow.
And you can eat this with salad if you want more food. But that's basically it. So, dear Istri, here is your dinner today.
Thank you.
I hope
got
you enjoy.
food again.
And I think my portion should be a little bit smaller because I'm already quite full up.
Ini orang Inggris doyan banget. I think I need chili. Kemarin dia beli chili. Orang Indonesia tuh apa-apa kalau makan tuh pakai chili. Daddy.
I will skip the chili and I will add some brown sauce to it.
Dia punya special sauce. Kalau kita selalu chili deh. Dia saking
Not
sayangnya
special
dengan
sauce,
diriku,
but
lihat
HP sauce.
banyak banget. Too much for me. Kulkas kita penuh banget. Gara-gara itu aku sih pengennya cheese lagi nih.
So eat and enjoy.
Harusnya kita duduk di meja makan, tapi udah
Really
lahap banget
delicious.
kayaknya dia.
Not as good as rendang, but convenient, fast, easy to cook, and quite nice.
Bismillah. He's always say Bismillah in his heart. Okay. Not bad. Aku pernah naruh resep ini di YouTube channel. Di video aku sebelum-sebelumnya. Ada. Seperti ini. Different technique. Almost the same ingredients. Minced beef. Potato. Buat aku cheese-nya kurang. I like cheese. Oke, teman-teman, makasih banget. Oke, guys, thank you so much. Already company my husband cooking. He will share another recipe for you and keep watch our channel. Okay?
Okay, next time maybe you'll see us tomorrow cooking Christmas food. So until next time, please support my wife's YouTube channel.
Thank you.
If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Keep
Thank
watching.
you. Okay.
And our adventures in Scotland. So, bye-bye.
Bye.